Hello everyone and welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike and this is where I would expect someone like Nina to say, I'm Nina, but she's not here. I don't know where she is.
Oh, wait.
I heard some noise. What the heck have you been doing? It's okay that you're late, but you brought half of downtown with you. Have you been shopping?
Yeah, a shopping spree.
Healthy habits for your financial future?
No.
Delayed gratification, budgeting, any of this?
I remember all of those tips.
Okay, so what? Yeah?
There's a reason why I have all this extra money to go on the shopping spree.
All right, we're all waiting to hear what it is.
It's compound interest.
Compound interest.
Yes, I took some financial advice.
Okay, everyone write that down. Compound interest. I think we'll be learning more about it today, actually.
We will,
won't
but
we?
before we go into that, I want to show you this little cute present I got for you that I'm so
You got something
excited
for
about.
me?
Yes, I did.
Oh, no.
Hang on, too many bags here.
Do you want me to take something? You got
Here we go.
A Mac. Oh, wow.
Very cute, right?
Just what I've always wanted, a raccoon bag.
Yeah, I saw it and immediately thought of you. I felt like it resembled you a
Sure.
little
Oh,
bit.
yeah, absolutely. You can see, this is something I would love and adore and
just
cherish and treasure.
Aw, I'm glad you like it.
And wear every day. Okay, guys, that's all the time we have, but we're going to check out our article. So let's check out our article. And I'm going to check out my amazing new bag. I'm going to call him Rocky.
Nice.
Okay?
Perfect.
Yeah,
yes.
that's a good name.
But you have to take him everywhere.
Oh, well, absolutely.
He deserves it.
I'll take him into the shower.
Understanding the power of compound interest. Would you rather have a penny that doubles every day for a month or $1 million up front? The choice is actually quite clear. A penny doubled every day for 30 days would give you $5,368,709.12 by day 30. This is the power of compound interest. Money in a savings account earns interest, which is calculated as a percentage of the amount in your account. Compound interest is when the earned interest is added back to the account balance, which then earns even more interest. The more frequently interest is compounded, the faster the account balance grows.
All right, guys, welcome back to Healthy Habits for Your Financial Future, Part 2.
I'm just excited about my raccoon bag. I can't stop thinking about it. All right, well, yeah, let's look
I can tell.
Let's
You're
get
super
into
excited.
I'm super excited. Let's get into our article. It says, Understanding the Power of Compound Interest. Wow, okay, so yesterday we had delayed gratification and budgeting. Today we're jumping up a few steps to understanding compound interest. But to be fair, this is actually a term you will hear when talking about finance, when discussing planning with your money at the bank and stuff like that. So it might be a little complicated, but it's important stuff to understand.
Very useful.
Here's a very good question to ask you guys to start the article. Would you rather have a penny that doubles every day for a month or $1 million up front?
Ooh.
Okay, so would you rather have a penny or let's say one NT dollar, all right, one NT that doubles every month, or I could just give you $1 million, that's it, that's all you get. A lot of people would probably choose that $1 million.
Yeah, because you hear 1 million, it's a lot of money, huh?
And
a penny's like,
Exactly, a penny, a dollar. I mean, it'll grow, but slowly every month, right? But let's check it out. It actually says the choice is actually quite clear. This is a very easy question to answer, apparently. A penny doubled every day for 30 days would give you $5,368,709.12, or 0.12 by day 30.
wow.
That's more than $1 million.
Yes,
That's
it is.
5.3 million.
That's amazing. Wow, you don't think of it that way, right?
Absolutely. Most people would see the big pile of money and take it. But that's not the wise move.
Yes, that's why financial advice, you should take it.
And that's why compound interest is awesome.
Yes. So this is the power of compound interest.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, money in a savings account earns interest, which is calculated as a percentage of the amount in your account.
Okay. Yeah, usually it's what, 5-6%. So that means if you have $100 in there, maybe next year you'll have $105.
Yes. So basically, just the more money you put in, the more you make.
That's right.
Simple.
But with this, it grows. As the money grows, the interest grows as well. It compounds. It sort of builds
on top of each
on
other.
itself.
Yeah.
And these are good things when you're talking about your savings, right? Having more money than you expect is definitely a good thing for your savings situation. Now here, notice we're using saving as a noun. We're not using it as a verb, like my friend was saving me by driving me to the airport or something like that. No, here we're using it as a noun, and we should probably mention that generally when we use this word as a noun, we put an S on it. We talk about our savings, all right? Savings in this case is basically money that you have in the bank, money that you didn't spend, money that you saved, and that money is your savings. We could also use it when talking about a sale. If the store is saying, oh, we're giving you everything for 85%, not 100%, well, that 15% that you're paying less, that's your savings. Again, you're saving that money, you're not spending it. So that money that we're not spending, those are our savings. For example, Jay and Dana spent most of their savings on a new car, which is a good thing to do with your savings. But now their bank account is probably low. Their savings have mostly run out.
Yes. So the other word we mentioned is calculate. So what is calculate?
Calculating.
Yes, he's
things.
calculating. So he is determining the amount of money of something, or the amount of something when you calculate.
Yeah, basically. It's kind of like spelling, but with numbers.
Exactly. So an example sentence would be, I've calculated the cost of traveling to Europe, and I think we can afford it.
Ooh, that's really good news. And of course, when you calculate things, you're doing math, you're doing numbers, you're adding things, subtracting things. And that thing, that little computer with just numbers on it, what do we call that?
A calculator.
A calculator. It calculates for us. So
Exactly.
Two words that are very, very similar.
Compound interest is when the earned interest is added back to the account balance, which then earns even more interest. Sounds good to me, right? The more frequently interest is compounded, the faster the account balance grows.
The more frequently interest is compounded, the faster the account balance grows. And that's, of course, a good thing. These things are often, I think, worked out monthly or yearly or something like that. When we use the word frequently, this adverb basically means often, all right? It's quite similar to often. So something that happens a lot, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, something that you do 5, 6, maybe 7 days a week, or something like that is something you do quite frequently. And also, as I mentioned, the word often, O-F-T-E-N, can be switched out with frequently, almost exactly the same. For example, the restaurant is frequently booked for special events, so it's hard to get a table there. It's often booked for special events. It's a very popular place. And you know what else is popular?
What?
Taking a break. Everyone loves to take a break. So let's do that, and we'll be back with more financial advice.
See you later.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。第一天的课文有介绍2个良好的理财习惯：延迟享乐以及制定预算。那接着我们要来了解复利 （compound interest）。课文问了一个问题说，你宁愿有1分钱每天翻倍，然后持续1个月，还是日付你100万美元呢？大家可能都会想要选100万美元，但是1分钱每天翻倍，30天下来你会有500多万美元哎，这就是复利的力量。你放在储蓄账户的钱是可以赚利息的嘛？那这个利息是按照你账户金额的百分比去计算。那复利则是把这个赚的利息再加到账户余额来赚取更多利息。好，那么利息复利越频繁，账户余额就会增加越快咯。我们来看单字 saving，saving 它可以指节省，那么在文中它是指储蓄或是存款。当这个意思来解释的时候，我们常常会用复数形。再来看 calculate。 calculate 表示计算、估算是动词。那我们把字尾这个 e 去掉，再加上 or 变成 calculator， 那就是计算机咯。好，再来看 frequently 这个副词表示经常、频繁地怎么样怎么样。那这边2个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 would rather 加上原形动词，是指宁可做某事，宁愿做某事。这边的 would 常常跟主格人称代名词缩写变成撇 d， 例如 I'd rather stay home， 我宁愿待在家。那第二个重点是 upfront， 可以指预付抵、提前支付抵，常常会用 pay upfront 来表达预先付款。例如 The performer insisted on being paid upfront in cash， 那位表演者坚持预先收费，并且以现金支付。好，接着回到课文中。
Paying off credit cards. Credit cards let you buy now and pay later. By using a credit card, you can spread out the cost of an item over a long period. But credit cards charge high interest rates, which means if you don't pay off the total quickly, the true price of the item you bought can become much higher than the retail price. Managing money isn't rocket science. If you can develop the habits of budgeting, saving, and being mindful of interest rates, you'll be on your way to a solid financial future.
Welcome back, guys. So now let's continue with the reading. Paying off credit cards.
Ooh, good tip.
Credit cards let you buy now and pay later. I've actually always felt that this is quite intimidating because it's like you owe money, right?
Yeah, a lot of people think of it as sort of magic-free money,
Yeah.
but you're right. It's more like you're just delaying paying that money. Yeah.
So by using a credit card, you can spread out the cost of an item over a long period.
That's a very good point, and that's of
Yeah.
course what most people would use it for. You're paying for something, probably something quite expensive that you
Yes.
don't have all the money for right now, and this helps you pay it off slowly over a few months. Seems great, right? But it says credit cards charge high interest rates, which means if you don't pay off the total quickly, the true price of the item you bought can become much higher than the retail price. Yeah, basically if you buy something that's, let's say, 9,000 NT dollars, you might have to pay 3,000 a month for 3 months, right? Then you'll pay off $9,000. But they give you interest, so you're actually paying like $3,500 every month. And if you don't pay it, that grows and grows and grows. And so anything you buy with a credit card will be more expensive. And if you don't pay off the credit card, it will just continue to get more and more expensive because the interest rates.
Yes, you know, that reminds me of this movie. Have you ever seen Shopaholic?
Oh, I know the movie, but I have read the book.
Oh,
though. Yeah, I
wow.
haven't seen the
Okay.
movie.
Yeah, so I've seen the movie and
Right, she gets in credit card trouble, doesn't she?
Yes, so she's a shopaholic. It's kind of like a play on the word alcoholic. She's addicted to shopping, right?
Can't control her shopping.
Yes, so she buys a lot, even though she has no money. So what she uses is her credit card. So she ends up owing a lot of money, and does she pay for them? No, she doesn't pay it back.
And
so
she gets in some trouble, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. If you want to use a credit card, you should make sure that you're actually gonna pay back the money. Otherwise, you can get into big trouble.
Right, and know your interest rates. Know how much more you will be paying for things.
See if it's worth it. Yeah. And the word rate. Let's look into the word rate. Rate is an amount of payment. So for example, when people ask you, oh, what's your hourly rate?
Okay.
Yeah, that means how much do you actually get paid or how much do you charge per hour, right? So another example sentence is, hotel rates are usually highest downtown.
Oh, okay. So we use rate to kind of show you a number value, usually over time, right? So if you pay for a hotel, the rate is decided by every night that you stay there. In a taxi, the rate is decided by how far you travel or how much time it takes. So we're talking about money, and how much you pay isn't dependent on how much you buy. It's dependent on how much you use or how long it takes or something like that.
Yes.
All right, so let's get back to more money management tips.
Yes, so managing money isn't rocket science. So rocket science in ways is when you want to express something that is very, very difficult, right?
Yes.
And if you say something isn't rocket science, that means it's actually quite easy.
Okay, it's not too complicated.
Yes, it's not complicated.
All right.
If you can develop the habits of budgeting, saving, and being mindful of interest rates, you'll be on your way to a solid financial future.
Budgeting, saving, and being mindful of interest rates. Yeah, if you can just follow those 4 tips that we've given you on over the last 2 days, you'll definitely have a solid financial future because we've given you some solid advice. And when we use solid in this way, we don't really mean it's solid, it's hard, right? Like some things are soft, like water is not solid, but a table is, air is not solid. No, here we just basically mean reliable. It's something you can depend on, it's something that you can trust. It's something that's not a lie. We're not tricking you. This isn't sort of bad advice that you'll discover isn't true later on. No, solid advice is something that you can trust and rely on. For example, she gave some solid reasons for why healthcare should be a basic right. She thinks that everyone should get to see a doctor for free. And when I asked her why, she didn't say, I don't know, because? No, she had some very good, intelligent, carefully thought out or solid reasons she could use to explain why she thought that was important. Now let's get to a question that we're going to ask you guys and ourselves. What do you think? In our What Do You Think question for this week, what is something that you can do to achieve a more secure financial future?
Ooh. Well, compound interest actually sounded quite interesting.
That does sound interesting.
Yes, maybe I should get into that. Aside from that, focus more on my management skills. Make sure I know where my money is going, budgeting, as we mentioned earlier. I think that's a big part as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you do?
Well, I've done it before, but I haven't done it in a while. I think one thing I can do is write down what I spend my money on every day because, as your life changes and your habits change, your spending changes, so you might not notice some of these things that you're spending a lot of money on.
And a lot of people, what they do is they put a certain amount of money aside as soon as they get paid.
Oh, that's smart.
So that is untouchable. It is immediately saved and you cannot spend it.
Okay, yeah, I know some people even have 2 bank accounts. This is like the spending money and this is the money they never touch.
Yes.
Because that's for the future. Those are some smart things to do. Thanks for joining us, guys. We really hope you got some good financial advice on this. And don't be afraid to talk to your parents, older people, someone down at the bank. They can also give you good tips. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, take care of your bank account, and we'll see you back here very soon. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Ka-ching.
那么另一个好的习惯是把信用卡卡费付清。虽然分期付款可以让我们先享受、先欠钱，然后再慢慢还，可是信用卡收取的利率很高。如果你不迅速付清总额，会有循环利息哦，然后你反而最后会付更多钱，听起来蛮吓人的哦。我们可以用 intimidating 这个字 ，intimidating，intimidating 可以形容吓人的、令人生畏的。好，那老师们刚刚则聊到一部电影是那个购物狂的异想世界，那我们就顺便补充一下 ，shopaholic 就是购物狂，它是由 shop 购物再加上 aholic 这个字尾表示沉迷于什么的人。这两个把它组合在一起，那这种字尾它其实是源自于 alcoholic 酗酒者。好，那么 Nina 老师她还有用到 addicted 这个字，我们拼一下 addicted，addicted 则是形容是上瘾的、沉迷的。好，那么课文单字 rate 可以指费用价格，那在文中它是指率、比率。我们用 interest rate 就可以指利率的意思。再来 solid 本来可以形容是固体的，它也可以形容是扎实可靠的、坚固的。那最后来看一个重点，我们进入文法时间。 好，我们来看这个重点是 pay off 的不同意思。先来看它的及物用法呢，可以表达清偿偿还或是付清什么什么，像付清债务。那我们可以用 pay something off 或者是 pay off something 去表达付清某事物的钱，还清某事物的债。例如 It took them 30 years to pay off their mortgage. 他们花了30年把房贷给还清。那再看 pay off 的不及物用法，它是表达有所回报、成功的意思，是用来指说所做的事情有了回报，终于获得成功。例如 All of their hard work has finally paid off. 他们所有的努力终于获得回报了。好，那么以上是这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Understanding the power of compound interest. Would you rather have a penny that doubles every day for a month or $1 million up front? The choice is actually quite clear. A penny doubled every day for 30 days would give you $5,368,709.12 by day 30. This is the power of compound interest. Money in a savings account earns interest, which is calculated as a percentage of the amount in your account. Compound interest is when the earned interest is added back to the account balance, which then earns even more interest. The more frequently interest is compounded, the faster the account balance grows. Paying off credit cards. Credit cards let you buy now and pay later. By using a credit card, you can spread out the cost of an item over a long period. But credit cards charge high interest rates, which means if you don't pay off the total quickly, the true price of the item you bought can become much higher than the retail price. Managing money isn't rocket science. If you can develop the habits of budgeting, saving, and being mindful of interest rates, you'll be on your way to a solid financial future.
Peinan Side Park is an archaeological park located behind Taitung Train Station. The site was discovered during the construction of Taitung Train Station. The park represents the largest known ancient community in Taiwan. The site offers a thorough look at a 3,000-year-old community. Over 2,000 slate coffins have been discovered at the site. Researchers also found pottery, stone, and jade objects. Large ancient stone pillars are found throughout the park. The lookout platform provides a great view of the park and Taitung City. Come to Peinan site to browse the preserved ancient history of Taiwan.
See you next time!